views are easy to measure. That's why people focus on them. But they can also be very misleading because you don't get paid for views. You get paid for conversations, relationships, and ultimately, transactions. I'm Clint, and this is Creativity That Converts, the show where we unpack the art and strategy of using video to grow your business. This is the space to learn what's working, what's changing, and how to create content that really connects. No fluff, no ego, just real talk that gets results. Welcome to Creativity That Converts. One of the biggest mistakes people make with video is measuring the wrong thing. All they look at is views, likes, comments, and shares. And they assume that that's what success looks like because that's what they're told. But in real estate, those metrics don't tell the full story because you don't get paid for views. You get paid for conversations, relationships, and ultimately, transactions. And a lot of the videos that actually drive those outcomes, they don't always look impressive on the vanity metrics surface. So today, I want to give you a clearer way to think about whether your video is actually working. Because once you understand this, you stop second guessing your content and you start building it with purpose. The problem with vanity metrics is that views are easy to measure. That's why people focus on them. But they can also be very misleading because a video can get a lot of views and do absolutely nothing for your business. And another video can get very few views, but be seen by exactly the right person at exactly the right time. And that second video is the one that matters. So the goal isn't to ignore metrics, it's to understand which ones actually matter. So what does working actually mean? Well, before you measure anything, you need to define what success looks like for you. And in real estate, a video is working if it does one of three things: brings the right people into your world, builds trust before the conversation, or supports a decision where someone is close to acting on something. That's it. If your video is doing one of those things, it's working, even if it doesn't look impressive on a dashboard. The 3 levels of video performance are pretty simple. And a simple way to think about this is in 3 levels. Level 1, visibility. This is where most people stay. It's views, reach, impressions. And yes, this does matter, because if nobody sees your content, nothing else can happen from it. But visibility on its own doesn't guarantee results. It just creates opportunity. Level 2, engagement and retention. This is where things get more meaningful. You start looking at how long people are watching, whether they're dropping off early, or whether they're actually staying for the whole message. Because attention is a stronger signal than views. If someone watches 80% of your video, that tells you something. It tells you the topic is relevant, the structure is working, and the message is landing. And that's useful feedback. Then there's level 3, the business impact level. This is the level that most agents never can properly track, and it's the one that matters most. This is where you start asking, are people referencing your videos in conversations? Are clients saying, I saw your video on? Or are appraisal meetings feeling a bit warmer when you walk in the door? Are fewer things needing to be explained from scratch? Or are you getting more inbound conversations? They're the things that are harder to measure, but they're far more important, because this is where video starts affecting real outcomes in your business. And the signal that actually matters, instead of chasing numbers, is look for signals. Things like, we've been watching your videos for a while. That video you did on pricing, that really helped me. We already feel like we understand your process. Those moments tell you that your content is working, even if the view count is low, because you're reaching the right people. Why some of your best videos won't look popular. This is important to understand. Some of your highest performing videos in terms of business impact will have low views, get less engagement, and not look impressive publicly. And that's okay, because they're not designed for everyone. They're designed for target markets, sellers, buyers, specific situations, or specific moments in journeys that people are on. And when the right person finds them, they do their job. That's the difference between broad content and useful content. Think in terms of a system, not individual posts. One video rarely does all the work. It's the combination that matters. Someone might see a short form clip, then watch the longer video, then look you up, then watch something about your process, all before they even decide to reach out. So instead of asking, did this one video work? Ask, is my video system moving people closer to a decision? That's a much better question. So what's the real ROI of video? Well, the return on video isn't always immediate. It shows up in warmer conversations, faster trust, better alignment with clients, less time explaining the same things, or stronger positioning in your market. And over time, that compounds because you're not starting from zero with every new opportunity. And a better way to measure it, if you want a simple way to track whether your video is working, look at, are the right people seeing it? Are they staying with it? Is it changing the quality of my conversations? If the answer to those is yes, your content is doing its job. But the bigger reframe is, video isn't just about marketing. It's about making your business easier to run. Because when your content is doing part of the explaining, part of the trust building, and part of the positioning, you don't have to do all of it manually every time. And that's where the real value sits. That's it for this episode. If you want to know more about the 10 videos that form the foundation of a strong real estate video marketing plan and how to measure whether they're actually working for your business, feel free to book a strategy call and let's have a chat. We can walk through your market, your audience, and how to build a system that creates real results, not just views. All the details are in the show notes. Have a great week. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.